If you find yourself overwhelmed and stressed at home, I feel the answer is to simplify. And today I'm going to be sharing 15 basic habits for a simplified home. These are things that I've changed in our home and in our lives to make everything function and work a lot better for us as a family. I find whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed out, I think to myself, what can I simplify or take off of my list of things to do to make life easier? Resetting the kitchen is one of the habits that I adopted when I started to simplify our home and our lives. What this means for me is cleaning up the dishes after we're done eating and putting them away. I also try to clean the dishes as I'm making food. So when I have something cooking, I will be cleaning something else that I might have just used and put that away if I'm not going to be using it again. So just kind of working in the kitchen, keeping it tidy as I'm in there doing things. That way it's not a huge job to do at the end of the day. Nothing is worse than coming into the kitchen at the end of the day and having a huge pile of dishes to deal with right before I'm ready to go to bed. So I try super hard to stay on top of cleaning the kitchen, tidying the kitchen throughout my day and after every single meal. So that way I'm not completely overwhelmed at the end of the day having to deal with that big mess. Another good reason to keep this room clean in our home is this is the first room you see when you walk into our home. So it looks great when I walk into a nice clean room rather than a big messy one. The next habit on my list is to keep up with the laundry. And I've done a lot of different laundry systems throughout the years. I used to do a full laundry day where I would save up all the laundry and just have one full day of doing laundry. That worked for a while, but now there's 5 of us living here, and I find it easier to do a load a day or a load every other day. One of the biggest changes I made was to try to do a load completely. So washing the laundry, then drying it, and then folding it and putting it away. It feels good to complete something. So nothing is worse, in my opinion, than when I say, hey, I'm gonna fold that stuff later, and I just keep it in the basket and it's sitting there for too long. It's getting wrinkled. In a really bad day, sometimes my husband will think it's dirty and put the dirty clothes on top of the clean clothes. So it just adds to a lot of confusion. So that is one of the things that I've done to simplify, is to just finish a load to the end when it's put away and it's completely done. That way I don't have to wonder, is this clean? Is this dirty? Where is this laundry coming from? And it just simplifies everything when I come back to the basket. This video is sponsored by Birch. We've had our Birch mattress for 3 years now and we absolutely love it. Birch makes mattresses that are crafted with organic and natural materials that have been sustainably sourced. Their mattresses are free from polyurethane foams, which can cause harmful off-gassing, and are also free from fiberglass, which can be harmful for your health. It was important for me to choose a Birch mattress made with organic and natural materials because it never contains cheap, dangerous fiberglass, and instead they use 100% organic wool, harnessing its natural flame resistance. We have had our Birch mattress for 3 years now and we still love it. What I like most is how comfortable it is, especially compared to our previous mattress, and I loved how easy it was to set up. With your Birch mattress, you get 100-night sleep trial along with a 25-year warranty. The best part about all of this is that Birch delivers your mattress right to your door for free within the US. They also offer in-home setup and removal to make your buying experience as convenient as possible. It comes rolled up in a box and it's super easy to set up. Each Birch mattress comes with 2 of their Eco-Rest pillows made from recycled materials. They're breathable and better for the environment. I love my Birch mattress and I think you would too. If you're looking to upgrade your sleep, it's the perfect time to check out Birch Living. You can get 20% off a Birch mattress plus 2 free Eco-Rest pillows by visiting my link birchliving.com/Shannon Torrens. Thank you to Birch Living for sponsoring this video. Another habit that I have started very recently with my two young sons, one is 7, one is 10, is we are all sharing the chores now. I feel they are at an age where they can help around the house. It's not just cleaning up their own stuff, which they've done forever, but now they can help do other things. So each of them have different chores that they help with that are age appropriate. And that has simplified my life and taken some things off of my list of things to do. They love to help. You can see Levi here, he's trying to help as well, but they enjoy helping, and it's just part of all of us living here together. We can all chip in. I've had comments in the past where people say that they don't see anybody helping, but my family does help, and that is a huge way to simplify your home, is get everybody in on the chores. And that's something that we are doing in our family. My husband helps put the dishes away and dry them while I am washing them, and it just makes the chores go by so much faster when everyone is lending a helping hand, and it makes it fun for everyone to work together. Well, as fun as it can be. Another way I have simplified our home is by not shopping as often as I used to, because when I would go shopping, I would bring things into our home, which would mean I would have to find places to store those things and take care of those things. And that just adds more stress to my life and makes it more overwhelming. And I have found, even though I may not be the most minimal person, I have found that being more minimal has actually alleviated a lot of the stress in my life and simplified our home in a lot of ways, because we just have less stuff to deal with. So I shop less often, and I find this to be a really good way to simplify everything. The next habit on my list is to clear the counters and to clear every flat surface in our home. So that would be the kitchen counters, the dining room table, really any surface where we would set things and leave them to be dealt with later. I try to keep them clear and put the things where they actually belong rather than just quickly set them down to be dealt with later. So this helps in our kitchen because when we want to jump in and make a meal, we're ready. The counter's clear and ready. And also it helps when I go shopping. I have a place to put the new food that I'm going to unload. And in the rest of our house, it eliminates the visual clutter that happens when you see a whole bunch of stuff out of place. Next on my list is to declutter often. I have found a way to declutter throughout my day as I go. So if I'm changing decor around, I will question if I still want to keep certain things. When I'm going through my clothes, I will get rid of anything that I didn't wear from the season before. So I just work decluttering into my everyday routine and life, and it's a habit now that I keep on top of. And this is the best way to keep your home simplified. Just don't have the things that you really don't use or need in your home. This leads into my next topic, which is don't keep things that are no longer relevant, or maybe you're keeping them just in case. This is a great way to simplify, get rid of all those clothing items that no longer fit or maybe are no longer your style, or kids' toys that are broken or they have grown out of, or things that you know you will never wear that you keep pushing to the back of the closet. I have been there, and I've found by getting rid of those things, it really simplifies my home. I also get rid of books as soon as I'm done reading them. I don't see any reason to keep them on a shelf, taking up space and collecting dust. Scheduling grocery shopping has really helped to simplify everything. I make a list and I go shopping once per week. This saves time, money, and energy because I'm only doing this one time rather than several times per week. I am more organized, and it helps us to go through all the food that we buy and not have a lot of wasted food and money. Before I go grocery shopping, I make sure I clean the refrigerator, look through it, take out all the old funky stuff that we no longer need, things that have expired, or things that we need to use up. And I organize the fridge and make sure that it's all set up in a way that is ready for the new food to come in. That way, when I arrive with the bags, I'm ready to put everything straight into the refrigerator. A place for everything and everything in its place was a saying that I would hear my parents tell me all the time as a child. And now that I'm an adult, I completely understand this saying and it makes a lot of sense. What this means for us is every single item in our house has its own home. We've designated a place for everything, and this helps us in a lot of ways. So when we're ready to put something away, we know exactly where it's meant to go, and that helps us simplify for when we're trying to find that item, because we know exactly where to go to look for the item. So we're not wasting a whole bunch of time searching through drawers and cupboards looking for the thing that we need. And that simplifies everything for my kids when they need to help clean up. They know where their toys go, they know where the clothes go. And this also helps us to stay more minimal, because if I'm out shopping and looking at something that I think I might want to buy, I will definitely stop and think about where I would put that item in my home. And that has stopped me so many times from purchasing something on a whim, where I might have just grabbed it, brought it home, and then thought, where is this going to go? Especially when it comes to home decor, I always wonder, where will this thing go in our home and how will it look? How will it function? So finding a place for everything will definitely be a great habit to simplify your home if you're looking to simplify things. Get rid of the junk drawer by organizing it. So we have a drawer in our house that's full of all kinds of random things, but I do not call it a junk drawer because I have organized it, and all of those random things now have a place within this drawer, and I use dividers to keep it all where it should be, and therefore we no longer need to call it a junk drawer. When it comes to towels, I'm doing something a little different than I think most people do. Maybe other people do this, but I've assigned each person their own towels. My husband has his own towels. They look a certain way. My kids each have their own colored towels, and then I have my own towels. So we all know whose towels are whose, and it makes it very easy for us to grab the right towel, and that way we know if we're going to reuse it, we're not accidentally using someone else's towel. We also can keep track of when we need to wash the towel, and it just has simplified everything when it comes to towels. I also keep about two towels per person, and then we have some beach towels. So this has simplified everything for us. I know I talked about keeping the counters clear and flat surfaces cleared off, but I keep our bathroom counters clear all the time. We do not store anything besides the pump soap for cleaning hands on our countertops. And there's a really good reason for this, because it helps to keep everything clean and tidy. If we had stuff out on the counters, I would have to be wiping those things off, dusting them. So I just keep everything in the drawers where they belong, organized and put away. And that way, when I need to clean the bathroom, it is super easy to walk in there, spray down the counter, wipe it down without having to move a whole bunch of stuff and have to clean a whole bunch of knickknacks and bottles and things like that. So if you're looking to simplify your bathroom, I would say try to put everything away and keep the counter clear. This has helped me so much to keep our bathroom cleaner and tidy and nice and neat really easily. Every night before we go to bed, I like to go through our home and reset the main living areas. So this could be as simple as picking up some random shoes that are left out or toys, or as you see, I'm picking up a blanket here, putting the pillows back on the couch, whatever is out of place, I will just run through and pick those items up. My family will usually help me with this, and we'll get it done as quickly as possible. And it's just a quick little reset so we're ready to start the day in the morning. Sticking to daily habits and routines is the best way to simplify everything. I make my bed every day right after I wake up in the morning. I clean up after every meal, as I mentioned before. I try to put things away as soon as I'm done using them and I don't have to come back to it later. I try to switch the laundry around in between other things that I'm doing throughout my day, so I'm not stopping to just do laundry all day. I'm cleaning as I go through my day. If I see a mess, I pick it up or I wipe something off. I am having general meal times, so we usually eat around the same time every single day. I have certain times when I go for a walk, like when I take the kids to school, and if I feel like I want to exercise more, that is when I would spend a little bit extra time walking because I'm already out, I already have my shoes on, and I'm ready to go. So I can just add that to something I'm already doing. I eat the same thing for breakfast every day. I have oatmeal every single day for years. I start working on my computer work at the same time, usually every day after breakfast for at least a few hours just to get things going, depending on what I'm doing that day. But I do usually start it at the same time every single day. I turn on the low lighting in our house around the same time every single night because that kind of signals to everyone that we are winding down. You could see in that clip that it was around Halloween time, but we have the same daily routines and habits that we do every single day. So we're not waking up wondering, hey, what is today going to be? This just helps simplify everything on a daily basis and helps our home to function really well. I also like to read before bed each night, and that helps me wind down, and it's something that I really look forward to. I hope that these 15 basic habits for a simplified home have sparked some inspiration for you to simplify your own home. Thank you so much for being here, and you can click right here to watch the next video. See you in the next one. Bye.